You read that title correctly. I'm bringing back the project pan. Project panning videos are my bread and butter. 90% of the makeup content I am consuming is panning content, and I miss it. I miss doing it, so I thought I would bring mine back. My premise is going to be relatively simple. I'm going to introduce 10 products today, slowly work my way through them, giving monthly check-ins, and once I finish something, I'll roll something new in its place. I'll be taking photos and the weights of each of these products so that every month I can show you the difference in weight and also visually. I don't have a major goal of trying to finish a certain amount of products. Some of them I just kind of want to use more and then rotate with other products in that category. And I have a pretty even mix of eyes, lips, and face products. So let's get started, shall we? I'm gonna zoom out a little bit so we have room for photos though. The first product I'm bringing into this project pan is the Pixie Color Corrector in the shade Brightening Peach. I have a pan in the bottom of it. Yeah, I wear this every time I wear makeup. I take the back of my fingernail and I scrape a tiny bit off and use that for both of my under eyes, underneath concealer. And I would say, judging on the amount of product left in here, I would say I probably have 2, maybe 3 months left before this is gone. I have an eyeliner here from Victoria Beckham. This is one of their Kajal liners in the shade Ash, which is a really beautiful darker gray color. I like this well enough. It's not my favorite eyeliner. It's incredibly creamy and makes it a little bit hard to work with sometimes. I don't know how far the product actually goes down within the pencil, and because it is so creamy, I would say I probably sharpen it once, maybe twice a week. Again, I'm gonna say this one is gonna take at least 2 months, maybe 3 or more, but really I'm not sure. We're just gonna have to figure that out together. Another one we're gonna have to figure out together is this NYX lip pencil in the shade Peekaboo Neutral. I just have a little bit left, but again, I don't know how far the product goes down. This one is a much stiffer formula, so I don't sharpen it as often as I do for the Victoria Beckham liner. It's a beautiful everyday pink color. I'm wearing it as my lip liner today, along with the other lip product that I'm going to talk about. Truly no idea how long this one's going to take. It could take a month, it could take 5 months, we'll see. Next up is the Lisa Eldridge gloss in the shade Muse. This is what I'm wearing on top of that lip liner. It's a beautiful color, beautiful nourishing formula. It's very opaque and the product sticks to the sides, so I don't think you'll see a big difference between the photos. I watched Stephanie from the Style Stumbler pan this in one of her Partners in Cream projects, and I would say, I don't think she gave exact numbers, but from the check-ins, it seems like she's definitely worn it over 100 times, maybe over 150 times to finish. However, she took the stopper out and dug every last little bit. I imagine once I'm getting that low in the product, I'll likely take the stopper out, push the gloss back down, and then put the stopper back in. But honestly, it's already starting to get really gloopy, so I don't know how much I'm gonna try to get every little bit out of here, because with glosses, it can get really messy really fast. And there just comes a point where it's not worth all that extra effort and mess just to get a few more uses out of it. For most products, if there is a stopper, I do take it out so that I can finish it. But when it comes to stuff like this, it really just depends on my mood once we get to that point. The last lip product I have is one that I'm putting in more for curiosity than anything. This is the Sacheu lip stain in the shade Plumped. It's a lip liner stain that you put on before you put other lip products on. And honestly, I just want to know how much product is in here. If I wore this more often and track the uses, how many uses would I get out of this before it's empty? I don't imagine there's actually that much liquid in the container, because when I apply it to a small portion of my lip and then I have to go back in and grab more. And I do that multiple times in order to cover my entire lip line. That could also mean that the stopper is just really good at taking off excess product so it doesn't get too messy, but there still is a lot of product in the container. Again, with it being a stain and with it having a very specific type of formula, I don't know if I would take the stopper out. I think that would make it dry out really fast anyway. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep wearing this until it's gone, just to see how long that takes. Now for face products, I have a primer here from Smashbox. It's the Photo Finish Illuminate Glow Primer with vitamin C. I'm under the impression that vitamin C expires pretty quickly, and I would like to finish this before that happens, because sometimes that can make the smell change and stuff like that. It has a glowy, slightly gold sheen to it, and so I don't wear this on its own very often. I do typically wear it under foundation, although it says that you can wear it alone or under makeup to add radiance. It feels nice, it doesn't feel too heavy, has a moisturizing factor to it, so I think it'll be good to wear in the winter. And honestly, it's just the primer that I have that I reach for the least, so I want to bring it in here to make sure that I'm giving it some attention. I've already worn it 45 times, but I use a lot less of it than I do other primers because I don't want that yellowish gold to be too apparent on my skin. And I find that a little goes a long way. So I think this is gonna be a long haul product for sure. The next product I don't think is gonna be a long haul product, and that's the Beverly Hills Cheek Color from Merit. I've already worn all the product from the dome portion down, and I've gotten to a point now where I am scraping product in order to get what I need. I take a little bit of a liquid illuminator, grab a little of this with the back of my fingernail, and mix them together on the back of my hand and apply them with a sponge. This is a very sheer formula and it is a lighter color, so I find that I need a little bit more in order to show any color versus other maybe deeper or more pigmented cream blushes that I have. And because I have already technically hit pan, whatever the pan looks like, I'm not sure. I think this one might take a month or maybe 2 months to finish. I wanted to incorporate my powder blushes somehow, but I wasn't really sure how I wanted to do that. I have one blush that I think I'm pretty close to hitting pan on, and that's the PYT Beauty Cheek Color in the shade Exhale. This is a really, really light pink color, and I typically focus this right around my under eyes and the top of my cheekbones. I tend to use a lot of brightening or high coverage concealers, and then sometimes with my blush it can look a little disjointed. So I dust this between those two areas on my face just to help them blend together a little better. I love using it for that, and I have used it so much already. I have worn this 173 times. And I still haven't hit pan, but I think I'm close. You can see the rings of the pan under the powder. I might hit pan by next month. It might take me several months, I'm not sure. And then once I hit pan on this, I'm going to bring another blush in and try to hit pan on that. A cheek product I want to finish is this highlighter here from Laura Geller. It's the Peach Glow Gelato Swirl Illuminator. I do have pan on this, and I have worn down the raised portion of the product. Even so, I still have a lot in here. I think this is gonna take me the majority of the year to go through. And this is one of my oldest products in my collection. So if I could finish this year, that would be great. I am wearing it today. It's just a really beautiful glowy cheek product. And I use a stipple brush to apply it so that it's nice and softened. And yeah, I figured I'm trying to finish it this year anyway. I might as well bring you along for the ride. And the very last one is the most unique in that I am trying to reach a certain usage goal instead of trying to hit pan on it or finish it. I wanted to incorporate my bronzers somehow, but the majority of my bronzers are relatively new, and so I'm not worried about any of them expiring, and most of them haven't been worn enough in order to be close to hitting pan. So I figure what I'll do is I'll bring in a bronzer, try to get to a point where I've worn it 50 times, and then roll it out and bring a new one in. I'm gonna start with this one from Charlotte Tilbury. It's from the Nude Gasm Face Palette. It's one of my oldest bronzers, but it's certainly not something I'm worried about expiring. And I've worn this 27 times. I have started to wear away the embossing on it, but not fully. And I'm hoping if I get to 50 uses, that will be completely gone. And once I hit 50 uses total, then I'll switch it out for another one. So I'm already 27 uses in, meaning I need to wear it 23 more times before I can roll in a new bronzer. And that's everything. I am so excited to be project panning again. I've really missed it. I took a little bit of a break, and I'm just really happy to be back, especially because it's one of my favorite types of videos to watch. Some of these are longer haul products. Some of them I honestly don't know how long they're going to take to hit my goal on. But either way, I'm excited to be figuring these things out with you. I feel like I really do know of the majority of project panners out there. I've been a big project panning content fan for years and years now, and I do have a project pan playlist if you'd like to see some of my older projects. But if you do have a favorite project panner or a panner that you don't think I know about, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. I'm sure if you're watching my video, you're looking for more project panning content too, so maybe we can all find new project panners to follow. So stay tuned for my update that'll be coming out next month. I'll likely put them out towards the end of every month moving forward. But in the meantime, that's everything I have. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!